Hello everybody, today I got something a little bit different for you. I'm doing another Yu-Gi-Oh! Replay on YGO Pro 2 or Dev Pro 2, whatever you want to call it, and we are doing Last Warrior from Another Planet True Weather Dracos. And so, before you say, oh, this is, a gimmick shit deck, I was actually putting this together for a friend of mine because he wanted some explanation for the combos and a good budget build for the deck, and I was actually surprised about some of the wins I got with this deck. Even in a particularly difficult matchup where he's playing a 60 card Lightsworn build and they were just kind of pulling things out of their ass like that deck tends to do. It either bricks or it has major ass pulls. So we're going to go over the deck profile and I'm going to show you three replays I had for the deck. The one thing I will say that if you get ashed or ogred, it really hurts when you're trying to resolve diagram or terraforming, so watch out for those. The Thunder Weathery is great because you can send a face-up continuous spell or trap to the grave. If you know your opponent has something down, you can just pop one of the Draco back row and then pop a monster or pop a back row your opponent has. And so I actually really like that utility that this card has. It works surprisingly well. Same thing with him. It's just pop something and it's a 3 to get to any of your rank 3s down here. I'm running 2 of these because you can actually go into the totem bird and it's pretty easily accessible. This one is if a weathery card you control sent to the graveyard ability control it, face up weathery card. You can target 2 in your graveyard and place them in your spell or trap card zone face up. And the reason this is so good is because like if you tribute them and they go, or if you send them and they go, whatever happens, or if you resolve this, then resolve this. This is amazing because you can get 2 of the continuous spell or trap cards back from the grave, and you can actually tribute them for Masterpiece, which is great, or Metatron, which we're going to get into in a bit. This one, whenever it's summoned, you just take a weathery spell or trap card from your deck, place it face up. You're going to see as I'm playing that this is actually a really useful effect to have because you can do this, put this so you can tribute this for something, and then you can pop this card with this to add one of the 1 tributes or maybe one of the 2 tributes if you have something else to set. So this is actually an amazing utility in this deck. 2 Masterpiece, I've never needed to. I've never banished both off Desires. We're running Desires over shows how much I know. We're running Desires over Demise, there we go, because this is a budget deck and because these are all ones that special summon during your standby. You don't really want to have to choose between drawing or not resolving. True Draco Heritage, so you get to draw a card equal to the number of True Draco types, monster, spell, or trap cards sent to from the field to the graveyard. This is great because it combos really well with this, and I ended up drawing like 1 or 2 several times, and immediately after it resolves you can also tribute summon all of these. All the True Draco cards have that effect. Diagram's Diagram. You should know what this does by now. Destroy a card in hand or on field. Add a True Draco card from deck to hand. True Draco monsters or True King will not be destroyed by battle the first time they would be destroyed each turn. And it's really simple. 3 Terraforming, you want to get to this as soon as possible. Desires, you want to get to this as soon as possible. So 2 Desires, 1 Upstart, because 39 cards is better than 40. Rainy Weathery, I thought about cutting this. Most of the time I just tribute it. I've never actually really resolved it. It just lets you bounce the spell or trap your opponent controls. I have 2. I'm probably going to end up cutting this. Cloudy, I've never used this. I've always tributed it, but there was one situation in one of the replays where my opponent was at like 650 life, and I could have used Cloudy for game. So Snowy, you can banish one of the Weatheries that is in the zone, the same column or the adjacent column from it, and you can add a weather card from your deck to your hand. Now the one thing about this is you want to resolve Diagram before you resolve Weathery Pattern, because you cannot add cards from deck to hand except by drawing for the rest of the turn after you resolve this. So you want to use this first. This one, you can return a Weathery to return a card that is battling with a Weathery monster. I like this because you can recycle kaijus. I'm actually probably going to take these two out and replace them with kaijus. Aurora Weathery. So I like this card because if I draw a card I'm never going to use, I can banish it and draw a new card. The flip side of this is, if your opponent adds a card to their hand that's really good, like they had Quick Fix or something, you can banish the Quick Fix and make them draw a new card. So I actually really love this card for searching. Like this, I think is actually a lot better than this. We have the True King's Return because it's at 1. It's amazing because you can bring back a True King. Or you can do the special summon of a True King. When any of the True King traps go to the grave, they destroy a monster. Whenever any of the magic cards go to the grave, they destroy a spell or trap card. I've never really used the first effect where you can just destroy another True King spell or trap card and you have the attack and defense of all the monsters on the board. And now we're going to get to Metal Traum before you get to the extra deck. So if this in its owner possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect or by battle, you can special summon one Fusion Synchro XYZ monster that is Earth, Water, Fire, Wind from the deck, extra deck. Hello Naturia Exterior to negate the activation of a spell or trap card and destroy it by removing one card from your graveyard and then sending the top card of your deck to the grave. And hello Last Warrior from another planet. Destroy all cards on your side of the field except this card when summoned. As long as this card remains face up on the field, neither player can normal, flip, or special summon any monster. This card is so broken. We have the mech equipped to defend things. It is detach 1, target 1 face attack precision monster, turn defense, can't be short battle or card effects this turn. The 1 Grand Pulse, detach 1, pop a back row. The 1 Zen Mains, detach 1 when it would be destroyed. The end of the turn, target a card on the field, destroy it. Asim Golem's 3000. That's pretty much all he's there for. Nightmare Shark, detach 1, he can attack directly. Totem Bird is 2 wind monsters, detach 2, negate the activation of a spell or trap card and destroy it. Loses 300 attack when it has no XYZ materials. You'd be going into it with these two basically. Leviathan, I don't know why you'd use this, but it came up in one of the replays I'm not going to show where you detach 1 and you can bring back a level 4 lower monster to your side of the field. Oh yeah, they Jowgen, so I couldn't return this properly during the standby phase, so I ended up using Leviar to do it. Giga Brilliant, detach 1, XYZ, all monsters you currently control gain 3G, 300, I wish it was 3000, that'd be busted. Fortune Tune is, during each of your standby phases, gain 300, can't be targeted by card effects. If it would be destroyed, detach 1 XYZ material from this card instead. When sent to the graveyard, target 2 level 3 monsters in the graveyard, shuffle them both into the deck, and if you do, return this card from your graveyard to the extra deck. You can only use this effect of Fortune Tune once per turn. Recycles itself, recycles your monsters. Weathery RSL, if your opponent wants special summon monsters, you can send this link summon card to the graveyard, negate the special summon, and if you do, destroy the monster. During standby phase after the next turn, this after this card was banished, active effect of a Weathery card's effect, you can special summon this banished card. Weathery monsters this card points to gain the following effects. When a card or effect is activated, you can banish this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy the card. I like this a lot. And then Akashic, when it's made, you bounce whatever the arrows point to. Really simple. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into a couple of the replays I have for you guys for this deck. So we're going to start with you know what, let's do the Cyber Dragon matchup I had just to kind of explain some things. This was very easy. Cyber Dragons are not meta at all. So search diagram, activate diagram, diagram effect, destroy the Draco card, add the draw card, activate, pop, activate, and so I messed up here because I didn't get to do any more ads, which really is upsetting, but it's okay. We still got the card. So here they go. They're going to make the Nova. They made the Nova and they didn't want to make the other guy. I thought they should have made the Infinity, but if they did, you know, I'm going to get around Infinity anyway. I have Masterpiece in hand. It's fine. So here we go. Masterpiece, draw a card, send back 3, draw a card, tribute for that, normal seal, seal effect, and now we have another card we could tribute or destroy if we really wanted to. Now we have the Metaltron, so we're going to be able to get him out soon. Another diagram. Ooh, True King's Return, I forgot that I got that. There's a seal effect, add the Weathery Pattern Thunder. And you can actually remove the weather cards for Masterpiece. Just go ahead and get rid of that. And there we go, there's the True Draco. We're just going off here. We're going to bring back the Masterpiece now while they do that. And now we're going to summon. He's immune to Monster Trap and spell effects. So we have the 3000 beater that they can only beat over by battle or kaiju. Obviously didn't get the memo that destroyed that, but it's okay. So we basically won now. There's absolutely nothing they can do. I'm just going to overextend because I can. Okay. And now we're going to do Draco Weather versus the Elemental Saber archetype. This is a very quick replay as well. Banish 10, Terraforming, Diagram, Masterpiece, activate Seal, set the Thunder, activate Heritage, get the draw of it, add another one, activate that, Diagram, activate the Cycles, Tribute 2. So they have to kaiju it pretty much. And they're just going off. They're doing a lot of searching, a lot of adding. So this guy was actually hard to get around. If I want to activate a spell or trap card, they can negate. So I was like, I'm not going to let that happen. I need to get him off the board. And so I'm going to keep going off, and they surrender because at this point in time there's nothing really they can do. I'm pretty much set up. I have all my stuff. Being able to get those extra spells and traps off of the weathers to set up the Draco play is just great. So here's 60 card Lightsworn versus True Weather. This is a long replay. This really was something. Plus this person was like stalling, trying to get me to quit for a while. Only realized I have more patience than that, so here we go. And there's the Masterpiece. Draw the one card, activate, pop, get Apocalypse, set Apocalypse. Sitting pretty right now. I'm liking this a lot. And so, you know, they're going off, they're doing their thing. From 60 cards to 34 in one turn. I'll just go ahead and tribute it at that point. Now we're going to get the weather because we love generating advantage. Here comes the seal. They're going to activate the slumber that they mailed. I totally spaced on that when I was playing, and I'm like, oh shit. There goes my Masterpiece. Well, it gets worse from here, y'all. Gets far worse. You know, here's all the nuttiness that they're doing. They're just going off. And of course they have the Brilliant Fusion as well. I was like, well shit, I got dunked on, and then they pretty much pissed me off with the Paguska. So I use one of the back row to get rid of that, and we're just going, trying to get as much as we possibly can. I didn't know this wouldn't return, actually, which kind of puts... Oh, sorry, never mind, it did return. I didn't know I couldn't... Because you tribute for cost is supposed to resolve off the field, but I guess it's negated anyway. I accidentally destroyed my own back row because I misclicked, but it's okay. Unaffected. Goodbye, Baguska. And now we're going to play another True Draco Phoenix, and they're just going to say, well, fuck your masterpiece. But they can't. Unaffected. And here we go, these are being sent back. You can really see how like the weathers like save your ass just by generating enough spell and trap advantage. And all of them have useful effects just in case you end up needing them. And of course here's the bar load, can't target it, so destroy the decode and they kill it. They bring out the snow now for I don't know, oh, because they're going to do the... So I'm just going to set one, pass, hopefully I'll be able to get over this eventually. And here's the Lightsworn, that's a pain in the ass. They're removing my masterpiece for their snow, really annoying. So, one card in grave, one card in deck, I have to win this turn. And I'm like, alright, that'll do. I still have the red one in deck, we're fine. We pop it with the trap effect, then we go on that snow, and we ended up getting the win. As you can see, there are a lot of great interactions. This deck just has like beautiful, beautiful synergy with the weather engine. Last but not least, we got some True Draco versus Darklords. Pretty much battle of the tier 2 decks here. So there's Ixial effect. We're gonna go, we opened that broken terraforming, and that other broken terraforming. And we're just gonna play that, get an extra card on field, get that trap out there for masterpiece immunity, have spell trap immunity, activate that, tribute both of the spells and traps, remove the trap, pop. It's okay, Ixial's gonna go bye-bye. I love that you can remove from play the weather traps for it. And so here goes my field, it's about to be ripped apart. And I get Necrofaced on top of it. They wasted Regeki for some reason, might not have been paying attention. And of course, they draw into the Necroface to remove it off their lure. Just my fucking luck, right? They set before ending their turns, they made 2 misplays. I go ahead and get rid of the back row, and I'm like, okay, what can I do here? What do I have? Well, activate diagram. Pop, set, tribute, pop the Dark Armed and go ahead and attack. Unaffected by traps, but I still get the effect to add another one. And I'm just going to attack over and I'm going to pass my turn. So we really lucked out there. Set, pop, activate, activate, send 3 back to get that +1. Recursion's always nice. Activate, pop the back row. And we have another spell and trap to tribute in hand. Always good. And here's the Necroface. It's okay there, we're going to add another Disciples. Add the Masterpiece. And now we're like, well, we're in a good position here, but let's overextend again. and they go ahead and surrender because they know that they're completely screwed at this point. And so that's it for my True Draco weather deck. I hope you guys really like this. I've had a couple requests for this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.